I can. Transparency and the rule of law will be the touchstones of this presidency.
Now, that was your president setting the bar particularly high for himself the day after his inauguration back in 2009. But today, one day after Donald Trump offers him $5 million to the charity of his choice in exchange for his college and passport records, our not-so-transparent president is silent. Does he have something to hide, something against charity? I suggest, Mr. President, take the $5 million and you could redistribute the wealth with Donald Trump's money. Here with reaction tonight, we check in with the co-hosts of The Five, Kimberly Guilfoyle and Eric Foley. You know, the fact that the media was so in attack mode against Donald Trump makes me like him more. Because all he's saying, here's college transcripts, applications, passport records and applications, $5 million to charity for kids. I'm like, well, why would anyone be against that? Why does the president just dismiss that?
Yeah, only if you're a mean-spirited person that doesn't want to be charitable. And in fact, it looks like he does not. One, he doesn't do it with his own pocketbook, and he's not going to even do it with Trump's money. And everyone knows, God, he loves other people's money and spending it, doesn't he?
Exactly. I mean, and cheapskate Joe Biden doesn't give any money to charity. I mean, it would be
$160 a year, I guess, over the last 10 years. Yeah. You know what? Donald's a very good friend of mine. My problem is there are 12 days left to vote, to decide who you want to vote for. Donald would be better served talking about some of the things that are really going on in the economy. Sean, President Obama is annihilating the poor and the middle class. And he's doing it by printing a lot of money. They print over $1 trillion. They keep interest rates at zero. So the poor, here's how they get ruined.
We got the Karl Rove, the bigger than Karl Rove.
The poor get ruined because prices go up. When you print a lot of money, gas goes up, food goes up. The middle class, there's no jobs. People who have investments in bonds are going to have to work 6 or 7 years longer than they thought before they can retire. Retirees are getting crushed because they're on fixed incomes, which are tied to interest rates. When the interest rates are zero, they make no money.
This is a big one.
And this one, the unfunded liability bomb that the pensions are, and they're all tied to interest rates. So when interest rates are low, but the banks get rich.
The only thing I would say is you were right on every one of those points, and they're all valid, and we have talked a lot, all of us, about all of these things, but I think we can walk and chew gum, and I kind of like, there's a challenge here that this president said he'd be transparent, and yet he's so reluctant to let us see a little glimpse into his past. And I think there's a reason.
Yeah.
Well, why would you reject $5 million for charity when all he has to do is say to somebody that works for him, get my college records, get my passport records. Here, Mr. Trump, give me the $5 million.
If he wanted us to see them, he would have let them out before. Instead, they've spent a tremendous amount of money to hide and to conceal. That's why it's the hypocrisy presidency, because there's been nothing transparent about it.
All right, we've got a new ad. There is a show, I think it's on HBO, it's called Girls. Have you ever seen? You watch it all the time.